Hey, what is going on, my YouTube family? This is your boy Mike Jacks with eXp Realty, based out of Orlando, Florida. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. It's Mike Sells, SELLS, Orlando, and I'll put it in the description below. And make sure you hit those thumbs up. All right, gotta have those likes. All right, guys. So today I'm bringing you some real estate content, and I'm going to talk about why would you want to become a realtor. You know, there's a lot of people out there, believe it or not, who are intimidated and become a real estate agent, especially if the market has a pandemic like it does now during COVID. So I'm going to tell you some reasons why I became a realtor. This is not speaking for every realtor out here. Everybody has their own reasons. I'll just tell you reasons why I became a real estate agent, and why I believe being a realtor has a lot of good things about this industry and this business. All right, so I could have a long list, but I'm just going to kind of tell you some basic things, you know, from my experience, and keep it short and sweet. All right, so one of my reasons why I became a real estate agent is I like the fact that I have a flexible schedule, meaning that I can prioritize when I want to do business on my own time. So, you know, when you work at a typical employee job, for an example, and there's nothing wrong with working an employee job. I want to make this clear because some people might take this all the way they want, but I am just using facts. At most typical employee jobs, you're mostly either a salaried or an hourly employee, right, for a company. So with that being said, you're more than likely going to have a set schedule, which is not a bad thing. But if you have a set schedule, you have to get up and work at the time that the company, that you agreed to work for that company. So most people work, let's say on average, 40 hours a week. If you're working from 8 in the morning to 5 p.m., you have to get up 5 days a week, 8 in the morning to 5 p.m. and do that labor, right? Well, with real estate, I don't have that type of schedule per se. I actually work when I choose to work. Now, I want to make it clear, that doesn't mean that I can just put in a few hours and get great productivity. That means I'm probably, at some times, I might work more than a traditional 40 hours because, especially when you're starting, you got to grow your business, you got to get established, you got to get out there. But on the flip side of that, you also have the leisure to say, hey, you know what? Today, I don't feel like working in this capacity. I'm going to do some more of this in this capacity, and I'm only going to spend a couple hours doing it. So it depends on your business model and your goals, but realistically in real estate, you do have a lot more financial a lot more flexibility with your schedule, as opposed to not being in an industry like real estate where you're working a set hours. So that's something that I liked about it. Another thing that I like about being in real estate is the fact that it's very safe and very low cost investment to invest in myself. So when I look at real estate, right, compared to some other industries that you can be your own entrepreneur, I don't have to spend as much money to build my own business because I already have a brokerage that does a lot of things for me that I've cut costs so much, unlike some other people are doing. So for example, to be a little bit more specific, when I became a realtor, it was I would say about $36 to take the real estate exam test to get my license, and I probably spent a few $100s to be able to take the class to be able to get to that point. So altogether, just to be able to get my license was a little bit under $400. Not bad considering, let's say you go to college, and I'm not knocking college, but again, I'm using facts here. Let's say you go to college and you pursue a higher education, you're definitely going to spend way more than $400 each semester. So a lot of people are in debt in college because they have a lot of student loans, and it takes a while to repay that off. But when I get my real estate license, it's not as high as it costs, so I can get that with an obtainable fee and pay that off, and I'm done with it. And then I got a license pretty much for the rest of my life, as long as I keep up with my renewal process every 2 years. So that's another thing I like about it, the low cost. I was debating on going back and get my master's degree, but I decided to pursue real estate. It was cheaper, and honestly, I like real estate more than going back to college for my personal reasons, and I made more income doing real estate. It didn't come right away. It took some time, but once I started getting things flowing, I had a lot higher income potential. So I did love that about it. And again, it's not knocking college. I think going to college is a great thing. I obviously went to college, as I mentioned before, and it did a lot of good things for me, and it helped set me up to where I am today to be able to have a desire to do real estate because I went the college route originally, and it did help pave the way and set up for that. So I do give college a lot of respect in that regard. Another reason why I became a realtor is I like the financial freedom opportunities it presents. So in real estate, the funny thing is, I'm not sitting here having to invest in properties and depend on my investment to work for me, right? Although I can do that as a realtor, you can actually do that not being a realtor too. That's what investors are. They're not, a lot of investors are not licensed in real estate. They just simply work with real estate through investing. And you can do that, and that's fine. But being a licensed realtor, what I do love about it is the fact that I have access to the market, and I can see things that a lot of investors or unlicensed people might not can see on the level that I can. And then I can actually have a financial freedom opportunity to get commission and investing if I want on the side. So not only can I earn commission, I can also do the same thing investors do with my license and more with an added commission. So my financial freedom is expanded now because I have so many things I'm tapping into. I'm able to go out here and produce at a higher level, consistently putting in the work in that I do with it. So I'm happy that real estate offers that opportunity. Now, keep in mind, I use the word opportunity because that doesn't mean it's a guarantee that that's going to happen. In fact, a lot of agents, when they're starting off, they don't get that success right away. And it's important to have that college degree type of job to sustain you to get to that point. So I would highly recommend, if you're in college or you're pursuing college, don't quit college. Don't stop going to college, because you got a lot of people saying that's a waste of time and money. The reality is there's no waste of time and money if you know what you want to do in your life. College can be a good thing, but it can also cripple people depending on the approach you take. If you're getting a degree and it doesn't benefit you and you're not even working in that field, it might not be advantageous to you. But with real estate, I can come in here and I can get my license, and I can either use it at my disposal, go all out in it, or I have it as a backup plan if I decide to go another route. But either way, it's consistently still there, similar to a degree, but at least I'm not having to pay back a lot of fees for it, and I can make more money in it than I had to put in more money to obtain it. So that's what I love about it. And the last thing, one of many things, that I can go on all day, guys, but the last thing that I love about real estate is I don't have to worry about applying through an application portal with hundreds and thousands of other people who might be not qualified or overqualified. I'm gonna be honest, guys, in the job world, when you apply for a job, have you ever had an employer tell you that you're overqualified? What does that mean? Hey, I went to school, I put in all this time, and now you're telling me I'm too good for this job. I have to start somewhere, so I applied here because I wanted it. But those are some of the things you get. Well, with real estate, I don't have to worry about that. I can go to any brokerage. As long as I'm licensed, I'm pretty much eligible to work for that brokerage. Now, granted, you have some smaller brokerages that are boutique brokerages, as they call them, that might be a lot closer and tight-knit, so they might not accept you. That doesn't mean that that's the norm for everybody. But majority, especially big brand name brokerages, they're looking for agents constantly. So they're going to accept you, and all you have to do is meet the criteria of being licensed. So that's a good thing. So I like the fact that I can pretty much have a job no matter what, because I actually earned my credentials, and I'm not getting told I'm overqualified or I'm underqualified or this and that. I don't have to write up some resume. I simply just get licensed, and I go interview brokerages that I'm interested in, and boom, I'm a realtor at a brokerage. I can hang my license. Great feeling. And I can also move around, and I don't have to worry about putting in 2 weeks notice. I can move around at my leisure. I truly have more control over the type of work that I'm going to be doing, as opposed to going out and seeking, hoping someone employs me. So I do like that about real estate. Now, I want to make this clear before I conclude this video. Some of you are hearing these things are going to look at it and say he's bashing college, he's bashing job. No matter how many times I tell you in this video, I'm not doing that. I'm a product of a college degree. I am also a product of working a job. But at the same time, I want to highlight some of the things I hear about real estate, because I am a realtor also. And I hear a lot more people bashing realtors, saying that they don't really need them or they're not as valuable, when that's not true. Realtors are very valuable. You definitely need realtors. And in fact, it's shown that people who use agents that are good, and I emphasize that are good, because not every agent's good, right? There's going to be exceptions to the rules. But a realtor that's really good at what they do and knowledgeable about the market actually can either help you save up a lot more money if you're buying a house, or help you maximize the potential if you're selling a house, as opposed to you being a for sale by owner without hiring a realtor. Most for sale by owners really don't know what they're doing. They haven't done this process, and they end up selling their house, and they could have got max value had they had a realtor. So some people think, hey, I don't want to pay them commission. I want to get all the money I can. That little 3% might actually help you make more money, because they know more about what they're doing, and they can actually market your house better than you. So that's the value of having a realtor. So I want to make it clear that I'm not bashing employees. I'm not bashing college degrees. But what I am doing is just highlighting some of the misconceptions about being a realtor and why real estate business has a lot of good highlights about it. I just want to make it clear. So because I've done employee and I've been a realtor, I want to highlight a little bit more of the realtor side because a lot of people minimize those things. So I hope this video helps you. If you're thinking about trying to become a real estate agent and you're interested in becoming a real estate agent, hey, go for it. And if you don't use it, you have it in your back pocket in case you ever need it. What can you lose? What's bad about that? All right, guys. Hope you all have a blessed day. I'm about to go get my exercise in. Like I said in my other video, I'm about to actually do it now. All right, guys. Many blessings. Take care. Peace.